Hey everybody, it's Sean. Today I want to talk a little bit about the 2024 RC Drift season. I had a great time. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing a lot of it. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're a longtime subscriber, huge thank you guys. I appreciate y'all being here and watching all these videos. 2024 was the first year I got to compete in the RC Drift Worlds, which was a really cool experience. It was about almost 5 days of hanging out, driving, competing, trying to get better, trying to learn, but also just trying to get through all the stress and the nerves that kind of come into these huge competitions. I got to see the 2023 Worlds in person on the last day of the event, but I never got to compete in it. So this year was a big opportunity for me to just have some fun and test myself. I didn't do great. I didn't do bad though. We had a lot of fun. My qualifying went pretty well. If you guys go back and want to watch the videos, you'll see the whole series of my run through it and then also a bunch of other people's. I kind of try to document as much of it as I could. So if you guys want to see any of that, go check it out. So here in SoCal, we had 4 rounds in the SDC series this year. That's a Super Drift competition. That's the one that Super G puts on here locally in Baldwin Park, but they have regions all across the US. So if you're ever interested in competing in this type of competition, you should just look up Super G's website because you'll probably find something local to you. They've actually been a lot of expansion this last year. That's one of the things I was going to talk about is that RC Drift just keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger, which I think is amazing and I'm super stoked for. We saw a bunch of releases from new products and new companies this year that were making new cars like Total Chassis, which we hadn't seen for a few years previously. So I'm pretty stoked for the future of where this whole scene and this whole kind of like little subculture of RC cars is going. But like I was saying, we had 4 rounds here in SoCal. I managed to sneak a top 8 in, which was pretty sweet. For me, I was pretty stoked when that happened because the competition here in Southern California is crazy. These guys are absolute savages. They do stuff that I couldn't even imagine doing, at least not in the next year or so, just the way they drive, the way they tune, all the stuff that they know about RC Drift. So it's really cool that I was able to get that high of a placing in at this point. Brings me to my next point. I want to say just a huge shout out to everyone that competed in all the rounds, whether you made it to Super G for the finals or not, or if you competed in your hometown or local to your hometown. Just a huge shout out. That's awesome. I think it's really cool that we all come together and do this fun hobby and we all have something interesting that we kind of do that's outside of our day jobs or whatever lives we normally live. So I think it's fun and huge shout out to you guys, especially everybody who traveled. That's probably, I haven't thought about doing that yet. I haven't considered it, but I imagine it's a pain and just props to you for doing it, especially if you came out for Worlds. That's a really cool one. I know guys from tons of different states came out, different countries even, which is really, really impressive. It just shows you how much fun this is and like how special this is as a hobby and just one of the things that we get to do. The RC Drift community is honestly like the best part about RC drifting, just the people that you meet. It's the driving's fun and competing's a challenge, which, you know, helps you just kind of build your skills and your nerves and stuff like that. But the best part about this is hanging out, meeting new people, driving with people that you never get to drive with, hitting just crazy lines with people. That's the fun. That's what this is all about, and that's why I'm still so stoked about it. So, another awesome event we got to compete in this year was Overdose Cross Games. That was a super cool experience. That was the first US Overdose Cross Games ever hosted, and it was luckily in Southern California at Super G, right down from where I live, so I got to compete in that. It was a lot of fun. Got to bring this home with me. I got a couple signatures from the boys from Japan. We got Junta and Rio on there. That was a cool experience. That was a lot of fun. It was the first time I think a lot of us got to drive with anybody from Japan. So learning that they have a completely different style that's not like what I've been learning the last year and a half, almost 2 years here in the US. It was a big learning curve and it was a lot of fun. Like it made it for like a really cool event because a lot of us didn't know what to expect during cross games, and obviously the Overdose guys were doing really good because they know what they're supposed to be doing in those events. The track was laid out a little different than it normally would have been from a SDC layout, so it was a fun experience and I'm really excited for next year because I'm pretty sure they'll bring it back. Why wouldn't they? I think it was a huge hit. I had a ton of fun. I know a bunch of people did, so I'm excited for that for sure, and that was just a cool experience. I definitely think next season we're gonna see a lot of that kind of crazy Japanese flick that we see Rio and the boys all doing. I don't know how he gets the proximity, but he does it. But we'll see if anybody can match him next season. I think we'll see a lot of crossover of that Japanese style and the US style going into next season, and I'm here for it. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see. Speaking of next season, I'm super excited to see where it goes. 2024 was a blast. If you guys want to catch up on any of what we did, go check back on my channel. I have almost every single event that I made it to and everyone that I could have made it to even. So go check those out. I think 2025 though is going to be even crazier because in 2024 we saw just huge influx of new drivers that had gotten cars for the first time. But we saw some guys making some waves. I know I met a couple, Adam, Jordan, the guys that did really good throughout the season. We get the top qualifier at Worlds. Like, those guys are pretty new still, and I think it's pretty impressive. And I think next year's gonna be even crazier, and I'm super excited for that. I honestly can't even imagine the level of driving we'll see next season. This last season was here. We're gonna see something up here, I think, because guys are getting crazy. The time that people are putting into it, the excitement, the fun, the joy that people get out of it, it's just building a really, really cool community of people that are really working for something to just kind of be the best they can at something like RC cars, because why not? All I know is that I'm excited to be a part of it. I hope that some of you might get inspired to come try it, see if you can find somebody that lives nearby or a friend that's into it, and see if they'll let you drive their car. They might let you go hit some test laps and you might fall in love with it. It's kind of what happened for me, so I could definitely see it happen for other people. I'm also excited to bring you a bunch of the action here on YouTube. I've been really enjoying doing this. I've been enjoying meeting so many of you. The support's awesome. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. I hope that you're enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep having fun with this, keep trying to show our little hobby for what it is, and just keep branching out and expanding into new cool stuff that people enjoy and can have fun with in life, because it's kind of what this is all about, just kind of spreading some joy, getting people into new things, and getting myself out of my own way sometimes in my own head with whatever I got going on. This is a great distraction for that, and it really helps me kind of just work through stuff, and I hope it can help you do the same, because I don't know, I think it's powerful just having friends in different ways, even if it's just through a camera. Like, we can still be buddies, we can still chat, and we get each other. We like the same things. It's hard to find that always around you. So I hope this can be a fun place for everybody to kind of hang out and just be part of it. So thank you so much. And I think we're going to cut it here. I think that's kind of my wrap up for 2024, the 2024 RC Drift season. If you guys have any thoughts, if you want to tell me your experience, drop me a comment below. If you want to tell me something you're excited for next year, you got any juicy drama you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about and look into, let me know. We'll see what's going on. I've already been hearing some stuff, and we're going to see 2025 might get a little spicy, and I think it'll be fun. So let's have some fun together, and we'll see you soon.